After 5 hours of struggle through torrential rains, lightning delays, faulty electronics and a cornucopia of special teams errors, only 1 point separated Missouri and South Carolina with 1:18 to go Saturday. Tucker McCann had just hit a 56-yard field goal, the second longest in program history, on a rain-soaked field to give the Tigers the lead. Missouri's defense did not preserve the margin. The Gamecocks drove 53 yards in 9 plays against pillow-soft Tigers coverage and kicked a 33-yard field goal to win 37-35. That entire drive deserves further scrutiny, especially the 27-yard pass to Kyle Markway that put South Carolina into field goal range. The last drive, defensively, a guy left alone running down the seam. Obviously a coverage breakdown, Missouri coach Barry Odom said. That can't really happen, but it did. First, the context, the Gamecocks took over at their own 31 with 2 timeouts needing only a field goal. Missouri came out in a dime package with 3 down linemen and 2 linebackers. The Tigers went with speed, holding Terrace Hall out of the game and keeping Cale Garrett and Brandon Lee in. Missouri had its 2 starting cornerbacks, DeMarcus Acy and Adam Sparks, on the field and, surprisingly, freshman Jarvis Ware. Christian Holmes, who impressed during the Purdue and Georgia games, was not in the game. On the first play of the drive, South Carolina had 4 receivers in the game and a running back in the backfield, and after a 6-yard gain, Gamecocks offensive lineman Dennis Daly remained down with an injury. The clock stopped, but South Carolina wasn't charged with a penalty. NCAA rules state teams are only charged with a timeout, or induces a 10-second runoff, when one of its players goes down with an injury in the last minute of the game. Missouri stuck with that defensive personnel for the next 2 plays. On 3rd and 4, backup quarterback Michael Scarnecchia checked down to tight end Keel Pollard for a 6-yard gain. Not the worst defense in the situation, but the Tigers' soft coverage allowed the drive to continue. The devastating breakdown to Markway came only 2 plays later on 2nd and 10. Missouri still had the same personnel on the field. Terry Beckner Jr., Trey Williams and Jordan Elliott were the 3 down linemen, while Garrett and safety Tyree Gillespie showed blitzes up the middle. Garrett blitzed on the snap, giving Missouri 4 rushers. Sparks, playing nickelback on the weak side, came on a delayed blitz. Gillespie rushed to cover the empty space Sparks left on the weak side. On the strong side, Lee appeared to look at Markway before the play, but Lee paid Markway no mind as the tight end ran a seam route up the middle. Lee instead set his focus on the outside receiver, who ran a 6-yard hit route. Ware, who started the play near the boundary, also guarded the hitch route on the strong side. Safety Cam Hilton sank back to track Brian Edwards running a go route. That left Markway streaking wide open 20 yards down the field. It only took 2 seconds for Scarnecchia to see the route and release the ball. We rotated the coverage weak, Odom said, referencing Gillespie's actions on the play, and we didn't have our underneath cover guy locate no 3 inches, was the 3rd receiver on the weak side after the outside receiver and the slot receiver, which was Markway. Odom didn't specify which player the underneath cover guy was, but whoever it was should have been covering the tight end. He didn't spot him. He didn't see it. When you don't have 11 guys on the same page, then obviously you're going to have errors, Odom said. We didn't rep it enough in practice because we didn't execute it. As coaches, you've got to make sure that you put them in position to go make a play. Still, after Hilton scrambled over to make the tackle at the Tigers' 27-yard line, South Carolina was still staring down a 44-yard field goal. Kicker Parker White's career long was 42 yards, which he'd hit twice already Saturday. Missouri could have ended the game on the next play. Scarnecchia rushed his throw and threw towards Deebo Samuel, who fell down as the ball came his way. Acy, who was still standing, got 2 hands on the pass but didn't make the catch. On 2nd down, South Carolina ran the ball for a 1-yard loss, then called its second-to-last timeout. by third down. The Tigers had changed their personnel from the earlier snafu. Cornerback Terry Petrie and safety Khalil Oliver came in the game for Hilton and Gillespie, and at linebacker, Hall came in for Lee. Petrie lined up against Edwards in man coverage. As Edwards ran straight down the field, Petrie swiveled his hips to cover the go route. Edwards broke off his route after 11 yards, and cornucopia hit him just beyond the sticks for a 12-yard gain. Petrie was miles from the catch, set on defending a deep ball when he had safety help over the top. The 11-yard difference likely had a huge impact. Before the game, White had hit 7 of 8 attempts from 30 to 39 yards out in his career. He was 4 of 12 on kicks between 40 and 49 yards. Missouri's coverage on the final possession was certainly suboptimal, but the Tigers also failed to generate any pass rush on the game's deciding drive. The combination secured a defeat from the jaws of victory. Jones at ColumbiaTribune.com 573-815-1787